Are you one of the people that believes that paying $60 for a game that's 5 years old is just way too much? Then stick around. Hey, hello gamers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Vkay and welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to talk about a little bit of a problem that I've seen over the last 15 years of me playing video games. See, at the moment we're at the dawn of the free-to-play market. I really hope it continues that way because I think that the free-to-play business model offers a lot for developers and for players. If you don't have a lot of money, you can't buy a lot of games, which means your gaming experience is limited to what you can afford. That's never a good thing. At the same time, if your game costs a lot of money and people can afford it, you're not getting any players, you're not getting any sales. So sometimes it's a better business model to make your game free and then just maybe sell some in-game stuff like skins. That way, if people can afford to do that kind of thing, they can do it. And well, from anything that I've heard from any successful free-to-play game, if you've got a good game and you're selling good skins, people are going to buy it. But there's also the opposite. Some games refuse to go to free-to-play. Some games refuse to lower their prices. We're talking about the kind of games that already have a sequel, maybe even 5 sequels, but they're still the original price. Be it on Steam, their own launcher, or on their console counterparts. And obviously there are sales every once in a while, like the Steam summer sales and stuff like that lower those prices if they're participating. But for the most part, we're talking about $60 games here that in this day and age just aren't worth that price tag anymore. As a lot of you guys know, I am an old school Call of Duty gamer, and Call of Duty just happens to be one of those franchises. Call of Duty Ghosts to this day still costs €60 on Steam. Now I don't know if that's a decision made by Infinity Ward, if that's a decision made by Activision, if that's a decision made by Steam. Maybe there's a contract in there somewhere that we're not aware of, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, Call of Duty Ghosts currently is not worth €60. It's a game that has finished its development cycle years ago. It's a game that only has 163 players currently. It's a game that has an average player count of 127 players in the last month, with a peak player count of 286 people. And it really isn't that much more if you just take a look at the last 5 years. Now do the basic math, there's 6 people in a TDM team, 12 people in a lobby, meaning you're looking at approximately 25 lobbies. And that's being generous. 25 lobbies is not a lot when you consider there is a core playlist, there is a hardcore playlist, there used to be a Clan Wars playlist. It's not a lot. There was Extinction, which was kind of like Ghost's Zombies mode. It was amazing, but I would imagine that nowadays there's not a lot of people playing it. And don't get me wrong, I love Call of Duty Ghosts. I think it was one of the best Call of Duties ever. Despite all the controversy, despite all the people hating on it, that is what I believe. But it's not worth the same amount that it was 7 years ago. It's just not. A lot of the people that developed this game probably don't even work for the same company anymore. A lot of the people that played this game initially are now adults who don't even look at the gaming platform that they played on anymore. They've sold their PS3s, trashed their PS4s, smashed their Xboxes, or gotten rid of their PCs. Now, of course, there's still games that are just as old that are being played a lot, so every case is different. But COD Ghosts, it just doesn't make any sense. The only way I can make sense of it is that it's a cash grab. And I don't like to say that because there are developers who worked hard on this. Hard, and I respect their work. They did an amazing job with Ghost as far as I'm concerned. Much better than with the current COD. But this is just another example of a larger problem in the gaming industry. Games lose their value too, especially when they lose their relevancy and when they lose their familiarity. And these are things that Call of Duty certainly has diminished in over the last decade. And it pains me to say that, but that's just the way it is. I genuinely think that prices like this need to be monitored more. There needs to be a system set in place of when something should drop, when something should go free. Because I think if you're still expecting a 10-year-old game that barely attracts 100 players to net you $60, you're making a mistake. The few people that buy it will barely be able to play it. And I know a lot of people are going to say, there's still the campaign. Yes, there is. If they're really that generous, they could just cut out the campaign, slap it on separately, and sell it for €20. I want to use an example. Rainbow Six Siege came out. It did amazing. And after a good long while, they decided to lower their price. And a lot of people are going to say, well, they were that popular, they don't need the money anymore. Every company needs money. It's how they stay afloat. It's how they continue to go forward. It's how they develop new games. To say they don't need the money anymore is stupid. They're doing it because they know it will attract them more players. It will keep the game afloat longer, and it might just actually generate them more money. It's not because they don't need the money, it's because they know there's more money and more players in it for them that way. Call of Duty could do it the same way. Business models that benefit both the player and the company. But instead, not just COD, but a lot of large developers in the gaming industry, and small, have chosen to go with monetization systems that hurt one player and benefit another, or that just hurt everyone in general. And that's genuinely something I hope to get rid of. But anyways guys, I'm gonna stop this video there. It's been long enough. It's been a moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe to see more videos like this and other ones, and hit that notification bell if you want to be special. I have been Vkay, and I will see you next video. Bye-bye!